The Google definition of what it means to be an adult is defined as a fully grown, mature person or organism reaching legal age, capable of self-sufficiency and responsible for their own actions. On the day of January 3rd during the year of 2006, I was born. And on the day of January 3rd in the year of 2026, 20 years later, of course, I turned 20. The day in which I finally put my teenagers behind me and begin the chapter of adulthood. When I was a lot younger, I used to hate the restrictions that came with being a child. And just like any other kid, I thought being an adult was going to be the coolest thing ever. I wanted to see the world for everything it had to offer. And all I could think about was how I was going to create the life of my design. As a teenager, I used to look at some of my adult friends as some of the coolest people ever. They had cars, they had experience, but most of all, they had one thing that I felt like I didn't have, which was freedom. The ability to do whatever you wanted without your parents or some outside force telling you what you can and can't do. In middle school, I struggled a lot with my confidence. Even though I had big expectations for myself, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do. But I knew with whatever I chose to do, I wanted to have a positive influence with whatever that was. And that feeling first manifested itself in me posting my outfits to Instagram and aspiring to be a model. From the day I started my Instagram account, I posted around 116 different outfits from 2021 to 2026, which is now. Looking at the evolution of my style and seeing how much I've grown throughout the years is such a surreal feeling. Because of my charisma, I feel like I was able to meet so many different people. And I really started to form a sense of community with the people that I met throughout my time in high school. Let's backtrack a little bit. When I was 16, I stumbled across this TikTok where a group of black students came together and directed this really cool photo shoot at a university by the name of Morgan State. Now, I don't know what it was, but ever since I saw that TikTok, I knew that was the university I would be continuing my education at. At 18, when I graduated high school, I really thought I had this life thing figured out. I mean, how could I go back and forth if I don't play in the fort? Like, ain't that what Shay be saying? My fault. Going to Morgan State was the biggest decision I had ever made in my life at the time. Now, going all the way from the Sunshine State to the DMV, basically in Baltimore, Maryland, was a huge shift for me. Like, everybody was different. I was getting introduced to so many different cultures. The lights kind of got too bright for me. What if I fail? What if I have to go back home? What if someone runs up on me? What if my fits are just trash? What if I go all in my head? What if my fits did come before that? What if I go broke? What if the chicken did come before the egg? What if Abraham Lincoln? What if the person I was working to become was all for nothing? You know, instead of saying what if, I had to start asking myself, why not?
Stick got mucky nuts. Call that bitch 100 bun. Glizzy 50 round drum. Drake stick, no.
I'm 20 now and I'm no longer a teenager. And even though I don't have it all figured out, I'm trying. And honestly, that's all that matters. Throughout this video, I've consistently talked about who I wanted to become and who I wanted to be. But because sometimes I have such a tunnel vision based mindset, I never focused on the accomplishments that I achieved in those current moments. And going into this new year, I'm going to start appreciating the little things. The final thing that I want to say before I close is the embodiment of who you are matters more than any form of outward expression. Today is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. Your value as an individual should never be based on your abilities and or how you can be of service to others. The most important obligation you should have is the strength to love yourself as much as the things or people that bring you peace. Allow your consciousness to act as yin and allow your actions to be yang. You are the embodiment of everything you are looking for. You are love and you are what you need. 2026 is our year. And until next time, stay fly and goodbye. Peace.